Welcome back to the Kawicki Driver Development Program YouTube channel. I'm Casey Campbell, and thanks for tuning in. Over the next week, we're going to check in with all 7 of our drivers to kind of see what they're up to and how they're doing so far in this 2024 season. And the first of the 7 is Levon Geest from Merrill, Wisconsin. You can primarily find him on the ASA Midwest Tour and some other series, of course, Live for 5 and also running for the Golden Sands Track Championship. Hi, Levon. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on, Casey.
So I gotta ask you. I know that it's been a while since you've been on here. So just kind of, overall give an update on how your year's kind of going so far.
It's been good. It's definitely been a big improvement from last year. We started out the year this year with a couple top 10 finishes, kind of I guess getting warmed up. No DNFs though. And then recently we've really heated up. We had a fast time in the Midwest Tour at Jefferson Speedway, and then a second place finish starting from 9th. So that was a really good run. We had a win at Golden Sand Speedway for the opener. So that put us in the points lead, and we've been able to hold on to that lead throughout the season so far. As far as the Midwest Tour, we also are second in points in that too, just behind Majeski. So we're chasing that. That's been going really well. And the car has just been really fast everywhere we brought it. I've put in a lot of work during the week on the car. I've been the one that's doing the majority of the work. And I think that's made a big difference as far as our consistency with the setups and not having any DNFs, because I'm the one touching everything. I'm very careful about everything I'm doing. Got to do it yourself, because that's what Alan would have done. And at the track, I mean, the guys have been great. I can't thank my guys enough. They put in a lot of hard work. So other than the racetrack, though, that's been going well. We've been doing a lot of fundraising this year too. We have the year-long fundraiser going on with the Kawicki sticker on the hood.
Yeah.
We're getting fans involved, sponsors, everything. $10 per race to get your name on the hood of a race car. We've had a lot of people bite on that, so that's been going good. We've raised over 10,000 for different organizations already this year, and our biggest one was at Jefferson. Was for the honor flight. We ended up raising $4,000 for those guys, and 2,000 of that came from the stands during driver introductions. I had my crew go up with Schaefer's oil buckets, and we collected donations during driver introductions, and that took off. We collected $2,000 in over the course of like 10 minutes. So that was really special. And it was enough money to send 8 veterans on the honor flight. So I was really glad we were able to do that.
Absolutely. So, you mentioned the crew that you have. I mean, there's about 6 or 7. You've got a really dedicated crew. A lot of people in short track racing, one of the biggest concerns that a lot of people have is help, and they can't find it. But your crew, you got the Weinkaufs behind you, and a lot of guys that have been working on your car forever. What's it just like to have all those guys?
I feel like we've been a lot more blessed with that this year than we have even in past years. So we got the Weinkaufs, like we've always had, that come to as many races as they possibly can with us. And then Jake Broche does all my shocks. He comes to every single race we do. And then we have a group of probably 6 other guys that come to the shop during the week and help us, or they filter in throughout the year whenever we need help. So that's been huge. And then the biggest thing this year too is we've been getting a lot of help from Toby Noodleman.
Yep.
He's been helping crew chief this team this year. He helped me out at the Dells. He's been giving me a lot of tips on the setups. So I can't thank him enough for all the help so far this year. And he's planning on being a bigger part throughout the rest of the year. And yeah, it's been really cool. It's a lot easier to keep like guys coming to the track when you're having good finishes and not like DNFs like we were having last year. With engine failures and stuff. No one wants to show up when you are having continued problems with that stuff. So this year we've had a lot of people that are coming again and again.
Yeah. So, I mean, going into, the last few races, it's been like, it's up, you've been doing solid well, in the Midwest Tour. I know the last few races, some of them have have not been the best. But what have the last kind of summarize what the last few weeks have been like for your team?
Yeah, we were supposed to race Plover yesterday, which I was really excited for, but that got rained out unfortunately. Some of the last races have been a little bit rough. We had one at Dell's, like I was talking about, where our car was really fast. Definitely the best car I've ever had there, but we ended up crashing on lap 4. Just people piled up in front of us. In the end, though, it's just water under the bridge. It wasn't a mechanical failure, which is the biggest thing we were looking to decrease this year. So some stuff like that you can't do anything about.
Yeah.
And then we had one race at Slinger recently where we just missed the setup, but I mean even Bubba Pollard does that. A lot of people consider him the best in the country. This last Stars race I did at Madison, he missed the setup. So everyone does it from time to time, but we'll keep digging. We'll get it figured out.
I mean, no one's perfect. If they were, superheroes would be, I don't know, everyone would have capes and flying. So I gotta ask you about, it's a lot of the fundraisers that you're doing. I mean, I guess if I'm not mistaken, 23 different fundraisers that different things that you're going to be doing throughout the 2024 season. And I think I was going through it, and I think you've raised a total about $10,000 already.
Yeah, we just surpassed 10,000 with the fundraiser for this past week, Tyler's Playground.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of them have really taken off, and some of them have been a little bit smaller, but our goal was $230 per race, and there hasn't been a single one where we haven't surpassed that. So I really can't thank the support of all the fans of short track racing. It really shows how generous people can be, and I think we're bringing the whole community together, and it's all for good causes. So I'm also looking forward to I'm looking forward to volunteering at some of these places later on in the year too, or as the year progresses. So I hope I'll have the opportunity for that a little bit more as the season continues. But it's been really cool. It's been eye-opening.
Yeah. Overall, the program, what has that kind of just been like? I know you were a part of it last year, but this year, it just, and this is maybe just me, but I think what have you kind of grown in this year? Because the Levon that I met last year is nothing like the Levon that I'm talking to now.
I say this all the time, but I'm really grateful I got a second chance at this program. Last year, it's kind of thrown in with the wolves. It was tough. Like I got the opportunity, but then I'm in there with like a lot of second year guys, and they're all amazing race car drivers, and it's like I'm out there, battling to try to, compete with those guys as far as all the fundraising and all the race finishes and stuff. And we had tough luck last year, but this year I kind of I had the whole winter to kind of reflect on how last season went. And I also learned a lot of stuff last season about Alan and the people that supported him while he was alive, and kind of what this program means to everybody. And that's been really special to learn more about. Um, you know, uh, Learn more about who Alan was and how he affected people. It's really special, and like I think that part of the program means a lot more to me this year than it did last year. Um, I really feel like I'm part of like a legacy, which is it's a cool feeling for sure, and I just want to do the best I can to continue his legacy and to make him proud, hopefully throughout the course of this year.
Okay. So, the next few weeks, I know it's going to be a jam-packed summer for you. Um, you know, because of course next week the third of the Dell, of course the Live for Five series continues at the Dells. Of course, you'll be in that. And then it's there's this big race. I think it's called the Slinger Nationals that you're going to be in. That's
Yeah.
up, and then of course I know it's been a while, but the next ASA Midwest tour will be in Grundy County in the next few weeks. So it's gonna be a big few weeks for you, Levon.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't wait to go back to the Dells because I think that my car was like lights out fast the last time we were there. So I'm excited to test that out again. And see if I can give it a shot at contending for a win. And then yeah, we got Dells and then Plover. I get to go try to defend my points lead there, which is always fun. I love racing there. And then we go straight from Plover to the Slinger Nationals just a couple days after that. That's a huge one. I mean, just to make the show there is tough. So we're gonna definitely, I think we're gonna try to test there before we just show up, because we did, our setup was a bit off the last time we were at Slinger. And I might unveil a special wrap job on the car for that race, just something to stay tuned on. But yeah, right after the Slinger Nationals, I think we go to Grundy for ASA. I'm excited to continue that tour because I have two big goals for the rest of the year. I guess three. One of my goals is I really want to win a race at Slinger before the year's over, because that place has haunted me since I started going there. It's been a tough one. And then I really want to win the Gandrud Auto Group 250 at WIR. That's been like a bucket list race of mine for years. And I want to beat Ty Majeski at some point out on the track. So the ASA Midwest Tour is a perfect opportunity to do that. I think, this last Stars race that we had at Madison, I think I had the car to like be up there and compete with him, but we had some penalties. I still ended up with fifth, but if we can keep putting together cars like that where they're that fast, the more chances I get at running up with him and following him, I think I'll have a shot at maybe beating him later this year. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to stay tuned for that wrap. That might be interesting to look at. So that'll be fun. Stay tuned to all of Levon's socials, and if you want to plug those right now, go ahead.
Yeah. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Levon_VDG. On Facebook, Vandergeest Racing. On X, Levon231. And I think that's it.
Yeah, I think you're on TikTok too, but you never know. Hey, you might make a YouTube channel. You never know.
Yeah.
Okay, so also this races, and also there's also more separate organizations that you're also going to be supporting those races. So why don't you reveal what those could be if you can?
Yeah, we're getting the rest of them organized throughout the rest of the year. I think we have 13 more that we're going to be raising money for throughout the rest of the year. So we will announce soon which one we'll be raising money for next. This last one was Tyler's Playground, which is suicide prevention.
Absolutely.
But yeah, just stay tuned on our Facebook page, and we'll be releasing what the next one will be soon.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Levon, thank you so much for the time as always, and we will talk to you soon. And best of luck at the Dells next weekend.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.